So this is changing the key for the key fob for the Toyota Proace. It's a 2014, which is the same van as the Peugeot Expert, Citroen Dispatch and the Fiat Scudo. So they should all have very similar, if not the same, keys. So it might be worth checking out if you've got one of these vans. Have a look. Old key, new key, new key. New key works well. Old key, yeah, is an absolute pain. An absolute pain to use. Sort of, yeah. It sounds like it's locking, but it doesn't lock. Anyway, it's absolutely done in. Now these keys have a nice wee bit at the end there, so you can open them up with a coin. This is the old one, the old ones. Yeah, you can see it sort of, yeah, don't think that's meant to be like that. And this is the circuit board. Now if we open up the new one, so I'm going to keep them separate. Okay, these are the parts we need. This one, just using a coin to open it up. Probably not the best thing, it's chewing that a wee bit, but it does open it. And you can see there that this one, you press that button, it opens. Yeah, so when you do that, it opens, but this part is built in. It's sort of, it's part of the actual key, so you can't get that out. So what we need to do is take out that tiny wee pin, this wee pin here, and take out this pin, swap them over and put one of the pins back. Hopefully I can reuse one of those pins. But yeah, so what I do is keep that separate. And this, because it's in such bad condition, I think I'll be able to just pull that out of there, yeah. Okay. So first thing I want to do is get a wee punch or something thin enough to actually force that pin out of there. Okay, so I don't have a hole punch, but what I do have is an old set of these watchmaker screwdrivers. So this one's about the right size to fit in that hole, so I'm just going to give it a wee try, knock it through with a hammer and see how we go. So the most difficult part of this whole process is getting that pin out of the old key and putting in a new one. That's when you're going to do damage to either the new fob or the old key. Just be careful, just take your time and you should be able to do that no problem. So here's the pin. I gave it a wee knock with this and it just went through no problem. You can see. Yep. As you can see, it's went through. Now this should come off. I've not tried. There it is. Well, now it's a funny shape. Hopefully that's the same shape. Okay, so that is the old key. Put that up there with the old. Now all I need to do is again, so that's a pin. So I'm just going to knock this through here. With this, it just needs a wee tap with a hammer. This will be difficult because it's sort of, yeah, moves a wee bit. So I need to put this somewhere where it can sit. Okay, work it out. So what I'm going to do is just set this up. So I'm just putting it on the pin, I'm just going to give it a wee knock right through, and this should help support the key and the key body and not twist it. And you can see the pins coming out there. Just keep forcing it through, and eventually the pin will come loose. So all I've been using is a small watchmaker screwdriver. It's enough to push these pins out. It's got to be smaller than the hole. So long as it's smaller than the hole, but not small enough to go right through the middle of the pin. So it's got to be in between them. So luckily I've got a big watchmaker screwdriver set. Anybody watching this that likes these screwdrivers is probably having a heart attack. But I don't have a punch that size. It's probably a couple of millimeters. It's pretty small. So, and it's not worth buying a set of punches to do this. But that's why I've just used this and these. And it's my second key, so I'm not that bothered about scratching it or whatever. I'm just wanting to get it sorted so that I can use it, so that it is a second key if the first key gets lost or gets broken. Here's the pin out the new key and the blade. So what I need to do is that is a good match. What I'm going to do is just put this in the end here. So make sure it's going in the right way. So hold on. Yeah, that's the right way. So the hole to hole. I think you could put it in the wrong way. That wouldn't be good. Right, it doesn't go in, so that's good. So put it in the right way. Oh, that went in really easily. What I'm going to do is use the pin that was in here to hold that in place. So I'm going to just put that in. Right, so I'm just pushing it in. And actually, that just went in probably too easily. The last wee bit is proving difficult. So I'm just going to use the long nose pliers again. Squeeze that right in. Just fell right through. Okay. I'm just going to use this, pin out the old key. That feels better, like it won't go right through it. I think it just needs another wee tap in. I think that's it. So that's the old key and the new body. So let's get rid of that, get rid of that. Now what I want to do is get that, and this goes this way round. It's not actually a perfect match for this circuit board, but it should be fine. So I'm going to just make sure that's all going to work. I'm going to put it in this side. Okay, so it sits there. And we put that on top. Now it's sort of not holding that perfectly, but I'm thinking when it shuts it should hold it. There's actually a couple of pins in the old case. There's one there actually, so it might slip on it. That's it there. But the top one there is not the same. So I'm just going to go for it. Just squeeze on, and then the only thing left to do now is test this in the actual van, see if it works. it certainly feels better, that's for sure. Lock, unlock, unlock the back. All working well. Perfect, working perfect. As you can see, new key is working well. I think that's a success. Get the key ring back on. So the most difficult part is actually getting the key blade off. So this, getting this bit off. I didn't have a spare pin. So this one's a bit loose. You could sort of mash it up so it would be tight. So I used the old pin on the new key, and that seems to work. That works really well. It's not moving and it's stuck in there, so that's good. And it works. All the buttons work. The only problem I've got is I don't have the wee Toyota symbol. So that's me get two working keys. Now this wasn't my only key. I've got another key, so if I made an absolute of that, I would have another key. So if that's your only key, you need to be super careful, because you could end up with no keys. So just be careful, take your time, and you'll be able to move it from one fob into another. Basically, it's just the case that was gone. That's this button had snapped on this old one, so it's all good now though. So there's one for the bin. Yeah, I've put a link to this fob down below. Just all you need to do is just click on the link and it'll take you to the place on eBay where I got it. Feel free to have a search if you want the thing. I got a Fiat 1 cent, so it's no use to me, but I'm sure you'll be able to get the Toyota symbol for it as well, and have a really professional looking key. Anyway, good luck if you decide to go for it.